r/ask Reddit. You are the head of a notorious disorganized crime family. What crimes are you committing? Unintentional tax fraud, because we messed up our income declaration. In the box marked, "Do not write in this box," the accused wrote. Okay. Penalty, death and more taxes. Here in the UK, I once helped a guy in the pub fill a B1 unemployment form he was making a mess of. Section 2. Are you disabled? If no, go to section 3. He ticked no but plowed on through section 2 nonetheless. Section 2Q1. Are you or anyone in your household blind? He answered no. Good boy. Q1A. If yes, who is blind? He answered Stevie Wonder, like it was a ducking pub quiz. Trying to email scam members of the royal family of Nigeria. I am a deposed American prince. Wow, that's impressive that you're 300 years old and still kicking. Nah, it's a government in exile thing. My great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was deposed. My family has held the American crown in exile in Bermuda since then. To be fair, it's not that bad a strategy. They'd probably believe you as they've been in the same situation themselves. Trafficking jam. Where'd you learn how to smuggle? A goddamn Cracker Jack factory? He learned from a ragtag band of smugglers. You joke. But, a while back, there was a few $1 million worth of maple syrup that had gone missing. I wonder if it was the same set of criminals that made steaks disappear, with some hot tubs. We do art forgeries, but none of us has any skills beyond stick figure drawings. Even our sculpture fakes look like stick figures. Assaulting batteries. You'll get charged. Unless the batteries are dead, no charge. We're breaking into your house and tangling the hangers in your closet and teaching your well-behaved dog bad habits. Switching the remote so they're in the room with the wrong TV. Putting exactly one piece of cutlery in the wrong compartment of the silverware drawer. My god, that's evil. My best friend's dad growing up was a paranoid schizophrenic, diagnosed, and was convinced the CIA was literally doing that to him. Stealing cars in mall parking lots and just moving them to a random other spot in the same lot. Stealing cars, except they're ones you've already stolen and stashed around the city. Did that to my friend. Spent an hour trying to find his car. Proceeded to try to hit me after I did it. Spoiler alert. His car at the time had a high-tech key called a flat-bladed screwdriver. We're opening up boxes of meal replacement bars and individually reselling the bars that say not labeled for individual resale. And ketchup packets, too. Showing up to buildings that have already burned down saying nice place you got here. Be a shame if anything happened to it. Your goons are just a bunch of contractors and you fix up the houses for the owners. Mother ducker, that's called a job. Week after week the bank keeps putting money into our accounts. After 30 or 40 years we retire. I dunno. You'll have to ask Vinny. Vinny will tell you to ask Charlie, who'll tell you to ask me. We're not very organized. I thought Paulie was in charge. No bro, ask Steffi. She fired Paulie. We are robbing banks on the brink of bankruptcy. Banks are required to have a certain amount of cash on them. I do not know why I know this, but for some reason my brain thought it was important. Well, thank you for telling me. Identity theft while signing our own names. Stealing your own identity. Using a vacuum cleaner to steal all of the world's air. It's so easy when they leave the atmosphere's pin at 12,345 that it shouldn't even be a crime. I would sneak into people's houses and put milk in their humidifiers. Satan wants to know your location. If Satan finds me, I'll force him to shower in socks. We do art forgeries, but none of us has any skills beyond stick figure drawings. Even our sculpture fakes look like stick figures. Now I'm just picturing a variety of Renaissance paintings in the style of that one correction of Jesus, or was it the Virgin Mary? That woman in Spain did. Moneying laundry. Putting your money in your laundry. It's a protection racket. My guys go to local businesses and leave them envelopes of cash for the owner to use to be able to protect himself in case of emergency. Unexpectedly wholesome. Ripping tags off mattresses. You people are the reason why the Guantanamo Bay Detention Center exists. I would ask 15 different goons to whack the same guy and they'd all forget to do it. Order your goons to whack someone that has already died years ago of natural causes. Aggressively jaywalking. My guess is that you walk like a badass. Flip off every single person, even the ones that are just watching. Turn your back to the cars. Walk backwards a bit. Throw an egg or two at some car windshields. All of that with an angry face. We're cat burglars, and we steal cats. However, we're completely unable to fence them, since there's not much of a market for cats, and we keep getting scratched and bitten in the meantime. Put them in sacks and tell people they are pigs. We break into your home while you're asleep and put your eyeglasses somewhere other than where you left them. So that's what happened. My husband and I searched all morning for his glasses yesterday and they turned up in our son's bed. You sneaky bastards. Semicolon. We're standing on the grass, breaking into offices and moving everything on the desk slightly to the left. Screw it. We are a disorganized crime family. We are going to the local orphanage and unalphabetizing the files. I and my incompetent children are attempting to overturn the results of the US election by getting a bunch of psychotic weirdos really worked up, hoping they'll disrupt a purely ceremonial vote in Congress that affirms my replacement. Embezzlement. We put money into businesses' accounts without their knowing. Racquetballing. We form illicit associations of people to play athletic games. Extortion. We trim trees from the space between the road and the sidewalk without a permit. Blacktail. We threaten to distribute pictures of people in fancy evening wear unless we are paid. Since GameStop is suddenly rolling in dough, we're bringing counterfeit used video games to sell them. To make the counterfeits, we'll buy new games from other stores and open them so they look used. The beauty of this plan is that we can take the money we get back to the stores we got the new games from and do it over and over again. We come up with our heists at the last second and then chronically show up late to the target. Breaking into schools to change the teacher's master key to all wrong answers. We break into Italian restaurants at night using a complex plan, night vision goggles, and infrared invisible clothing, all bought at great expense, I might add, and replace all the tomatoes with exact copy tomatoes. Synchronize watches. We have an aquarium in our brothel so our enemies can sleep with the fishes. Tax fraud because I'm too dumb to do it correctly. Ripping off Adderall from pharmacies and their supply chain. Then either forgetting where we stashed the loot, or using it all but running out before we plan any new crimes because we spent all that time making up for last week's disorganization. Breaking into the Tower of London to steal the crown jewels while the next coronation is occurring. Stealing Ben Franklin's teeth from the Washington Monument. Is that a real thing? I'm not American and you guys are weird about your founding fathers. Nice try, FBI. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.